Good afternoon. This is Pastor Carl with your weekly update for St. Peter's United Methodist Church for Friday, September the 10th, 2021. I invite you to come worship with us this Sunday here live in the sanctuary. We have a traditional service at 8:30. We have a blended worship service at 11 o'clock. We've also got Sunday school that meets at 9:45. Following our 8:30 service this week, we will be having a very informal second Sunday breakfast in the narthex. If you are comfortable with coming to something like that, we invite you to be here for a time of some food and fellowship. Over the last several months, we have been, well, actually for a year now, I believe, we have been recording our worship services and uploading them to YouTube. This week, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to try to live stream our 8:30 service that will be on YouTube. We're going to send out information on how you can view that. And if you're unable to see that at 8:30, that video will be available to be viewed anytime following the service. I want to thank everybody who came out last Sunday for our prayer gathering in the afternoon. We got together and we did what this church does so well. We prayed. We prayed about the pandemic. We lifted up all of those medical workers who were involved with that. We lifted up all of those who are sick with COVID or who have been affected by COVID. We prayed for the people in the Gulf Coast and also in the Northeast who were impacted by Hurricane Ida. We prayed for the victims of the recent earthquake in Haiti. We lifted up so many needs on Sunday, and it was so good to be able to be together and to pray together. And it's always good whenever we can be together in the house of the Lord. This past Sunday, we began a three-part sermon series on wisdom. This coming Sunday, I'm going to be preaching from Proverbs chapter 1, verses 20 through 33. And this is where the writer personifies godly wisdom as a woman who calls out in the street to those who are willing to listen. Our message this Sunday is going to challenge us to examine what voices in the world influence our lives. This past week, I talked about how each of us is created in God's image, how every person on this planet is created in God's image. When I look at myself in a mirror, do I see that image? I'll be honest. I tend not to. I tend instead to focus on the wrinkles, the gray hair, the circles under my eyes. What I tend to focus on is the effects of living in this world and the impact it's had on my body. Well, let me ask you, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you realize that you are looking at God's creative handiwork? Hear these words from the Psalm. This is Psalm 139, verse 13 and 14. The psalmist writes, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." These words from the scriptures are a reminder of how precious each one of us is to God. You are precious to God. He created you to be unique. He created you to be different than anyone else. And he created you in his image. So I challenge you today. Go look in the mirror. You see that face looking back at you? That's the face of somebody that matters to God. Someone who matters so much to God that he was willing to lay down his life for you. In these troubling times, It's important that we don't lose sight of our value in God's eyes. God has done some beautiful work. Go look in the mirror and you'll see. Look past what you see as imperfections and let God reveal to you just how precious you are in His sight. Remember, I am praying for you.